What's up, guys? Mike Hill, the Wholesaling Titan here, and today I'm going to tell you about how I did my very first deal. I'm going to give you the step-by-step, 12 years ago without spending a penny. Now, keep in mind, this was 12 years ago, so after I show you this process, I'm going to give you the updated version, which relates to a question that I've seen asked in like 10 different Facebook groups recently. So first, I got to take you back, all right? Picture this. It's 2012. Back then, you could catch me in a suit, albeit a cheap, oversized suit and tie, because of course, you need business attire and you need to look professional to work in a cubicle where no one sees you. I used to have an hour and a half commute in Miami traffic. I worked 60 plus hours a week. I'm making like 50K a year. So I was sitting in another pointless meeting one day. It's office politics, won't bore you with the details, but I just decided I quit. Now, I didn't actually leave that day, but the decision was solidified, right? I just mentally checked out. But now into the world of wholesaling, right? I had just learned about it, and I'm like, this is how I'm going to attain my freedom. But I faced a small hurdle, lack of funds, didn't have any money. But rather than focus on what I couldn't do, I thought about what I could do, right? So I could network. I started attending real estate investment meetings. I could try and bring value to other investors to see what they were doing. So I offered to do things like take pictures for other wholesalers. I could try and do joint venture deals by partnering with other wholesalers. But before I go further, a word of caution. This worked for me because I had an incredibly strong why. Okay, this was not just about the money for me. I wanted freedom from that job, and I wanted time to spend with my baby daughter. And when I did eventually quit my job, it was premature. I didn't have any savings. I know that's not the smartest thing to do, but I couldn't save at that job. But once I had that proof of concept, I just quit. That was the best feeling ever. But I completely burned that boat. There was no plan B. I kind of put myself in a situation where I had to make wholesaling work, or I couldn't even afford like food and diapers. So I am not recommending this, but that's just kind of my disclaimer and a part of my story. So here's how I did deal number one. Again, I had that burning desire to leave corporate America, and I made it a daily practice to go to Craigslist and look for deals from other wholesalers. So I searched for keywords that only wholesalers would use, things like cash or hard money only. Picked up my phone, I said, hey, my name is Mike. I'm a wholesaler. I think I have a buyer that might be interested in the deal you posted on Craigslist. You know, if he wants it, would you be willing to JV and split the profit with me? And then eventually someone said yes, and I advertised the hell out of that property. Now, here's why it worked. A lot of wholesalers, they get lazy here, right? They email their list and maybe they post it, maybe once in a few places online. Not me. Okay, I posted it everywhere. Changed up the description, changed up the photos. I'm plastering the deal multiple times a day and picking up my phone. So I found a buyer, made more money with a few hours of work than I made in like my regular 2-week paycheck. I actually used the profits on that deal to send some direct mail. That's how I got my second deal, and I was hooked. But now let's fast forward 12 years, right? Craigslist is still an option, but it's not the best. And that leads me to the question that I've been seeing in all these Facebook groups. So someone will come in and say, hey, I'm seeing properties under market value, or what appears to be under market value, in the Facebook marketplace. Can I wholesale these deals? And if you read the comments section, most people advise that you just walk away because these are deals from other wholesalers. Now, while I do not recommend making this a primary lead generation system, you can JV with other wholesalers just like I did. And Facebook Marketplace is a good place for that. Just make sure the other wholesaler is direct on the contract so you don't get caught up in a daisy chain, and get all your agreements in writing. That's just great, man, because you can reap 50% of the profits on a deal without any of the money, any of the resources, or any effort associated with the acquisition. That said, JV deals, they are great. They're an easy way to get into the business, especially if you have limited time or funds. But there is a downside. These JV deals should not be a primary strategy for you, because you kind of have to find this sweet spot, right? If the deal is really good, the other wholesaler is not going to have trouble finding a buyer. And then a lot of wholesalers put out really bad deals. So you're kind of looking for a deal that's good, but not necessarily good for everyone, right? It has to be specific to a certain type of buyer. And then you have to operate with like this massive sense of urgency to find that buyer first. So basically, these types of deals, it's just not predictable, and you can't count on them every month. And trust me, man, it really sucks not knowing if you're going to do a deal this month or not. So instead, there are better ways to get deals that are predictable. First thing you want to do is you have to get laser focused on one strategy. It's going to look a little bit different for everyone because it's based on your market, based on your time, your availability, and based on your budget. So if you have no money at all, that's fine. There's still better options for you than this. I had a guy who did his first deal, made $22,000 while homeless. And if you do have some money to spend, assuming you spend it properly, you can really speed the process up pretty significantly. And that's where you get those deals predictably within, say, 30 days. And when I say money to spend, it doesn't have to be much. I mean, I'm talking less than $1,000 for some initial software, some paid resources to kind of speed this thing up. And I don't know of any other predictably profitable and sustainable business that you can start with that little capital. So if you want to know what strategy works best for you in your market based on your personal situation, well, I'm happy to help you. Click the link in the description below or go to wholesalingwithmike.com/call to jump on a free one-on-one call with me. You're going to tell me about your current situation, and I will tell you exactly what strategy you should be using and answer any and all of your questions. The call is free, and if you'd like help implementing the plan that I give you, I'll direct you to some options where you can check out how to work with me, whether it be JV, mentorship, whatever capacity, like see what works for you. I have a few spaces available each week, and each week they always fill up, so make sure you grab yours now if you want one. But listen, guys, I love to make these videos interactive. I want to make content that benefits you. Like, where are you struggling? Please don't be shy. Let me know what questions you guys have. If you do book that one-on-one call, bring a lot of questions, okay? And that's great for me, all right? That's where I get a lot of ideas for these videos. So it's mutually beneficial. All good. Bring as many questions as you want. Nothing's off the table. But really asking the right questions. I can answer them for you in 30 minutes, and it will literally save you, 6 months of trial and error. I've been on calls, people struggling for 6 months. 30 minutes, we solve the problem, okay? So I want to thank you guys again for watching. Very, very much appreciated. Please do me a favor, smash that like button, subscribe for new videos, and I will catch you in the next one, all right? Peace.